Well, my name is Sandra Wilbur. My kids said they're going to put it on my headstone. It was on sale. We like going to get stuff for a variety of people. And so I get things for either my client that I can't afford it, or my girls like to hand out stuff for people on the street.
So, my name's Rain McManaman. Okay, yes, I have a lot of pets. Actually, I kind of have a little zoo for my kids. I just grew up with pets, so having them around, especially for my kids, because they just love them.
My name is Joshua Campbell. My kids, they have a dream to do a YouTube channel, so I play pretend YouTube channels with them and stuff like that, yeah. So,
Okay, so being homeless has affected me pretty much my whole life. Mainly around the time I was 15. It's been a struggle.
I wasn't doing so great in my life, is how I usually put it to my children. Going down the rabbit hole I went, and the more depressed I became, the more I did drugs. So I was depressed, I didn't have my children, and then pretty soon I lost my job. And then as soon as I lost my job, I lost my car because I kept getting fall behind on payments. My landlords were actually really nice people. I couldn't keep up with the payments, so then I became homeless.
My mom battled with addiction, and she went through some traumatic experiences that left her to be like, okay, fend for yourself kind of thing, you know, because in the eyes of the state, she had custody of me at the time. I was on my own, couch surfing and whatnot, and trying to do good, you know, but there was always setbacks.
I go to counseling with a lot of other vets like me, and almost all the vets, they start out with similar stories and stuff. They're PTSD, drug use, homelessness. I have Parkinson's, and a lot of people that were in my unit over in Desert Storm are coming down with Parkinson's. We were homeless before in an even smaller town community than this. So we pulled out of that, but I didn't get the proper counseling. I wasn't set up with the proper resources. So I just became dry where I didn't use, and so COVID hit. And when COVID hit and people found they could sell their houses for a way higher margin and stuff, that's what our old landlord did. So that's bumped us homeless again, then I relapsed. We had lost our kids because we, unstable living, conditions. Being homeless is like being a ghost. You're in society, but you're not part of society. I used to coach football for my kids and stuff, my older kids, and things like that. And yeah, I would walk by people that I've known in the community for years, and they would turn the other side, and walk away from me.
At the time, I did feel alone. I didn't have a very big support system. I'm from Texas, so I didn't know about resources. People just looked at me kind of like an outcast.
Some of us just can't help it. Either we get rented out by skyrocketing rent, or life, just simple as that, as life happens. And I never thought it would happen to me.
I wasn't always homeless. I worked and paid my taxes and everything like that. You go homeless, you lose your social security card, your birth certificate. You can't get that back because you don't have an address. You can't go get a job. I used to treat my PTSD and other things like that, and there was nothing. I mean, I had to get arrested and get accepted into the specialty court to get any type of thing. And they pass over most people. They're only allowed to have 30 people in this specialty court, and they pass over tons and tons of people that need help. I mean, you get in a CPS situation, they have hoops that you have to cross and stuff like that. And if you're homeless and you can't go to their parenting classes, or you can't go do that and stuff like that, then then you're not going to get your kids back. No one's going to reach out. No one's going around saying, hey, let me take you to your doctors. Let me help you out with your doctors. Let me get you some food, Hey, let me talk to you. What's going on in your life and stuff. I mean, they're just not there, man. They keep away from you and stuff.
I just needed someone to listen to me. I wanted someone to give me a hug and say it was okay. It's gonna be okay, and I'm here for you, and don't worry about it. And we're gonna get this through together, but everybody just keep thinking because you're homeless that you're smelly, you're a drug addict, that if you give money, they're just gonna go blow it at a drug place, and that's not that. It's not the case. Just some of us just need a helping hand. And the only people that would actually, when you walk into an office, that would smile and help you was BMAC. And Brenda was the biggest part of my life because she helped me. She helped me stand on my feet and told me it's okay. And Michelle was right there with me. And where are you at? I'm going to help you get a gas card, or I'm going to help you with some tires. But everybody else just kind of didn't want to be there for us, not even my own family.
I heard about BMAC, I think through a friend or something, and got onto their employment program where they helped me get a job. Then I met Kanisha at BMAC, and she helped me with their rapid rehousing program. Things were great, going good, and then my mother passed away, and I was grieving and going through a terrible time then, and then not even a month later, my partner passed away. He committed suicide, so that was really, really hard. I went to BMAC again for the employment program, where I met Brenda, and she took me in and she shared her experience and her story.
Good old Brenda at BMAC. She told me, she says, well, are you ready? And I said, yeah, I think I'm ready. I need to go back to work. She helped me get on with the senior center. And then, of course, COVID came, and then I lost my job. Good old Brenda came back again, and Brenda said, she goes, well, what do you think about going back to school? And I'm like, well, I guess so. I can go back to school. And then she got me back to do my CNA license again. That's where my house came in.
She introduced me to Karen, who I am now working for currently. And she has just been a great light in my life, and she has shown me, it's okay to ask for help, it's okay to struggle, it's okay, to go through all these things and still come out of it.
The guy that was handling us was Marcus. When I first met him, I just got into drug court, and part of that program and to get my kids back, which my kids were in foster care, was to have a stable housing. He went around with a letter and explained my story and my wife's story to potential apartments and house renters, landlords. When I found a place, they paid first in the deposit, and they even got us our furniture. They got us bedding. My kids got bunk beds, and we got a bunch of other housing stuff that got us started. It helped me on my journey to recovery, being sober, and it also helped me on my journey to healing my family and getting my family back. This organization getting you in touch and getting us into these different resources is a lifesaver. And so, I wouldn't have my kids. I wouldn't have nothing, if I didn't have them helping and stuff. There's no way I didn't have an income to save up for first and last and deposit, or first and deposit and stuff. Just on my own, no one would have listened to me.
If they didn't line up the correct resources for me, I wouldn't be here today in front of my house that I bought with my own money, and I really thank them every day.
I did not want to go to BMAC. I didn't want help. I'm not the type of person to ask for help. I suffer alone in silence. I am just so glad that I actually went, and I went through with it, because 6 months ago, I was in such a dark place. I didn't even have hope for a future. And now I have my own car and my own place and a nice job, and I'm making a difference. It's just been life-changing. It showed me, all the resources out there that I had no clue about. Now, seeing what Karen does and working with her, I think that I could really do good. It's cool to see, the perspective that I went through being a homeless, youth and somebody that went through traumatic experiences, and then seeing what she does for work and being able to be a part of that and, help make change and help end homelessness.
It wasn't like you're going to some stuck-up person at a desk who you're just another number, It was more like they treat me like they were helping a family out, like a brother or a sister. I like their passion behind it, it was just to help me out and stuff and help my family. I made sure we succeed and stuff. That's what it really was, It was a long shot.
I spend my time off, I spend a lot with my kids. We get out a lot, and we go to the park. We go hiking anywhere with water. We'll throw rocks, they'll look at the fish, we'll catch crawdad. We like to be outside.
We decided one day we're going to go see Grandma. My mom lives on the coast. We stopped at gas stations. We had the music up. We were laughing, and I didn't have to worry about work or anything. And I think that was the most fun time that I ever had with my kids, and being on the ocean. And they got to see the ocean for the very first time. So it was a big thing to us.
My son, he's 6 years old. He's in karate, and my daughter is in dance. And I like to go watch their practice and everything. I look forward to them doing their recitals and their karate competitions.
We provide the support that helps our clients find jobs, discover housing, get clean, put a meal on the table, and reclaim their children. We're there as they build a life of confidence, self-respect, and connection. A life filled with family and friends. A life of belonging, a life of hope. Isolated, alone, frightened. These are words people often use to describe how they feel in a time of life crisis. When a health emergency has drained their finances, when a lost job results in lost housing, when a loved one suddenly passes away. It's easy to feel very alone in the world, but no one can weather a crisis alone. When one of our neighbors is struggling, BMAC services provide a bridge through the crisis to a brighter life on the other side.